Hi, everybody. Welcome to Queers and Soaps. I'm Tommy, and today I'm joined by Angel.
Hello.
We're back for some more Guiding Light 1995. Today, we're going to be discussing episodes that aired from May 4th to May 9th, 1995. It's only 4 episodes, but there was a weekend in between. So I'll roll the credits and we'll get right into it. Okay, so first thing I'm excited to talk about is that Ross went to Roger to discuss Dinah and
Mhm.
whatever their relationship is, and Roger just laid it all out there, like all the trouble that Dinah's in.
Yep. That was
Which
great.
Ross kind of knew, but didn't like. He knew her
Mhm.
financial situation, but he didn't know why she's in that financial situation.
Mhm.
And Roger's just and I had never really thought, as far as Dinah's concerned, about the relationship between Ross and Roger. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, that's Ross's daughter, but your daughter is married to Ross. That's your
Mhm.
son-in-law. Roger just likes to fuck with everybody, huh?
Yeah, and then like back in I think Sherry Stringfield was still playing Blake at that point. So Holly had no, sorry, Holly was with Ross and Blake had an affair with Ross at the same time. And then
Yeah.
they fell in love and it didn't end well for the both. It didn't end well when it was the confrontation because at that point, so when Blake confronted, when Blake and Roger had their confrontation, it was Elizabeth Kiefer.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not gonna lie, this is out there. Roger slaps his daughter when he finds out. It's that bad.
Was it the 80s?
No, it was the 90s because Liz
Oh, it
Kiefer took
was?
over in like 91, 92, I want to say.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because it was oh my god, Sherry Stringfield who played her before.
Oh, wow. That always, makes me, jolt.
Jar,
I'm
yeah.
not expecting it because they don't do that anymore.
No, they
So,
really
if I'm
don't.
watching Dallas or something and it happens, I'm like, "Oh, yeah, we're just, slapping people and stuff?"
Oh, catching the pearls.
I was like, "This aired on primetime? Are you sure?" I was like, "'Cause this feels like you'd get arrested if you did that now."
Get arrested or you get canceled.
Um, so yeah, I love how devious Roger is. I could see why he was a popular villain, and that's why they had to give him redeeming qualities to keep him around.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so Ross goes to Vanessa
Mm-hmm.
and tells her everything,
Yeah.
and they basically come up with a plan that she's just gonna get a job and work for Louis Oil
Mm-hmm. As a secretary.
as a secretary. Which she's not all about, and they were like, "We don't care. You fucked
Oh, we
up.
don't care.
This is what you're doing."
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, so Vanessa and
Matt.
Matt, thank you, are going out on a fancy date. That he's in a
An
tux.
opera.
Oh, they're going to the opera. That's right. Um, which I feels like not Matt's scene.
No, it's not mine either. It'd be the equivalent of like taking, I guess, me taking my boyfriend to see a musical.
Okay, it's not my scene either, but I've never done it, so I would go once just to have the experience, to have the story that I did
Mhm.
it. um, so yeah, if I ever have the opportunity, I will go to the opera once.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless I really love
I
it,
don't
and
think
then
I
you
have.
never know.
Yeah.
That could become my scene. I don't know.
Look, the only opera I'll probably watch is La Boheme, and if you know, you know.
um. So meanwhile, Dinah is manipulating her little brother.
Hmm.
She's she first of all, he doesn't know about the engagement, so she tells him about that.
Yeah, because he was off in a skiing field trip type of thing.
Right. And then she basically accuses Matt of being a gold digger and that
Hmm.
he's only in it for the money.
Yep.
So now he's all he thought Matt was cool, and now he's all I don't like this guy. He's after
I
my
don't
mom
like
for
this
just
guy.
for our money. So I'm like, you bitch.
She just likes to plant traps about like destruction. Plant traps of destruction along the way.
Right. The landmines.
The landmines, yeah.
um so then we see her at work, and she made bad copies, so Mindy's like, recopy these because they're blurry. Like,
How do you okay, as somebody who works in a clerical slash administrative setting, how do you screw that up?
right. Like,
There's
first,
like no way. I mean, okay, maybe in the
probably didn't
90s it
put
was
it in the
easy.
machine properly, so maybe it just, I don't know.
Yeah,
But, like, you make
misaligned or
one
something.
copy, and if it's good, then you make the 100 copies.
Mhm, yeah,
So when she said redo it, I was like, "That is a waste of office supplies." I was like,
it is.
and she's like, "Here's the original, remake it," and she, like, throws it in garbage,
She like
and
balls it up and
Vanessa catches her doing that.
Vanessa catches. Yep, Vanessa catches her.
Um, so in connection, I guess, with this scene, Bridget went out with her boyfriend, who I totally forgot doesn't know that she has a kid. Forgot
Yeah,
about that detail.
because like he thinks that Peter is like an old man.
Yeah, I forgot that she, like, said that it was, like, a friend's kid or something like that, or a
Mhm.
cousin. So I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's right." She stayed out all night,
Yeah.
and I wasn't sure where we were going with this. Are we,
Mhm.
like, I was like, "Are we gonna, like, do this whole, like, he's a bad influence on her, or that she's still spiraling over Dylan? Because she looked drunk when she came home
Mhm.
first thing in the morning. Um, but she was supposed to be watching, Peter. Pete
Yeah,
I don't know,
Peter.
Petey, what
Peanut.
Peanut. And, but Vanessa has him at the office. I I thought it was a really cool, not cool, but, like, cute acting choice where she's, like, on the phone, Vanessa, with Matt being like, "Where's Bridget? She's supposed to see Peter. I'm really busy at work." And she's like, "Oh, yeah, that's nice, honey." And, like, the acting choice to, like, interact with the child while she's, like, on the phone.
Mhm.
And, like, I guess the child said, "Thank you." She's like, "Oh, you're welcome, sweetie." And then she's like, she just starts doing, it just felt, like, very real. I like
I
that.
feel like that these actors, like these actors, Bridget, the actress who played Bridget, and the actress who plays Vanessa. Even I would say Roger in the last few episodes, like I feel like they're comfortable with this kid. Like they
Mhm,
can act with this kid. Because like if you remember the Christmas episode that we watched,
mhm.
um I think it's the same actor. He just kind of grew up a little bit.
Okay.
Uh
It's
'cause
probably twins. It's
yeah,
usually
probably
twins.
twins. Yeah, they he was like he kind of caught Melissa Hayden who plays Bridget's like kind of wow stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder if they, like, to get the kids comfortable, would spend time with them, like, behind the scenes, like, while
Hmm.
they were, like, running their lines, just to, like, so the kid would be comfortable with them.
I feel like Guiding Light especially had more time for that because I know now with soap operas they have to be like, oh, we gotta get this in the can quickly.
Yeah,
So
right. Um, I lost my train of thought. Where were we?
we were with
Bridget.
Bridget. Uh, Vanessa was on the phone with Matt.
Right. So Matt covers for her. He says, "I'm just gonna say you're feeling under the weather, and I'll go pick him up."
Mhm.
Because he's like, "You're still drunk. I don't want you driving. Go shower, like, get changed, whatever, relax." Um, I almost feel like this is why I thought maybe, like, I wasn't sure what we were doing. Like, are we doing she's still spiraling situation? And because, like, he's like, if this is about Dylan, and she was like, she does not want to talk about Dylan. She literally was like, la la la, I don't want to hear Dylan. Like, don't
Mhm.
talk to me about Dylan. And I was like, still touchy. Like, I was like, what are we doing here? Um, and that's when she brought up that the guy that she's seeing, I can't remember his name,
Yeah, but I remember his name either.
doesn't know. I think she said Kirk. Kurt.
Kurt or Kirk? Maybe
Doesn't
it is Kurt, like Kurt McKinney who plays Matt.
know. That he doesn't know she has a kid. And I was like, right, forgot about that. So he goes to the office to pick up Peanut,
Peanut.
and Bridget shows up, and she just looks like she had a great night's sleep, never was out all night. I was like,
Mhm.
I used to be able to do that in my 20s, stay out all night and then just go to work. So that was pretty much it with that.
Mhm.
Um, Jeez, Lucy. My
Yeah.
heart breaks for this poor girl.
Me too.
She's still mad as hell at Bridget for telling everybody her business.
Mhm.
Um, David wants to go out to the bar. I can't remember the name of the bar. I call it the country bar.
Oh, Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. Oh, he did call it the Roadhouse, but I thought he was just
Roadhouse.
like referring to it as a roadhouse because on Twin Peaks they have a roadhouse. If you know, you know.
I do know.
um, and at first she's like, no, but then when Bridget comes home, she's like, you know what? Yeah, because she does not want to be around Bridget. She doesn't want to talk about it. And Bridget's like, can I talk to you alone for a minute? And this is before her
Mhm.
night out and everything. She's like, she's like, I kind of want to talk to you. She's like, about this guy that I'm seeing and how I really like him and how I think I might have feelings for him. And she's like, that's nice. I'm going out.
Yeah. I think it stuck with me because I remember there's a movie called Roadhouse. So I was like, okay, let me just correlate the two, and then I'll remember.
Yes, isn't Patrick Swayze in that?
Yeah. And then like there was a
I've never
whole thing
seen
on
it, but
Family Guy.
I've never seen it, but I remember like seeing like TV commercials when it like would air on broadcast TV.
Hmm.
Um, so she ends up going out with David, and Dinah's like, you know what? I'm gonna go too. So she joins them, but she
Yeah,
doesn't stay
because
out
she
all
has
night.
a big important phone call she
Um,
wants to make, and she was like, I'm fine with that. So, but it was to call Ross, so to kind of move things back around. So
right. We see Buzz, Cutter, Nadine, and
Frank and Eleni.
yes, I was like, I knew there were two other people there. Um, at the Roadhouse, I guess, in a
Yeah,
booth, which I didn't know there was a booth. I feel like that's a new booth.
yeah, I think that's new.
And it's like a weird double date plus one like situation, I feel like. Frank and Eleni go and dance. Cutter, I guess, wants to ask Nadine to dance, and like Buzz is kind of like the fifth wheel.
Hmm.
Mindy's there also. Um,
Oh, was it Cutter or was it Carol?
oh, maybe it was Carol. I get those two confused because
Yeah, it was
what?
Carol.
I always think that Nadine's dating Cutter, and he's not. She's not.
No, 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 it's Carol. And I have to remember the name too because I was like, oh, wait, that's the guy that Nadine's dating.
Yeah. Plus, I get them confused all the time. Plus, it doesn't help that some of the episodes are so blurry; they just look like blobs.
Yeah.
Mindy's at the Roadhouse also, and David's there with Lucy, and Lucy's kind like looks like she's not necessarily having a good time, but her mind's being taken off of what's happening
Hmm.
until Mr. Brett shows up.
Boo.
Then she's like keeping her distance from him, having flashbacks, still clearly traumatized by what happened.
Hmm.
And he starts, this isn't the first time, but he starts hitting on Mindy again, like he did last time we watched also.
Hmm.
And he kind of convinces Mindy to come back to his place. And Lucy tries to intervene.
Hmm.
And she pulls Mindy outside and she's like, don't do this, don't go out with him. He's a creep, whatever. I may have dozed off at this point, I'm not sure. But Mindy ends up at his place.
Yeah. So Brett, Brett comes outside, kind of hides a little bit, overhears what not Mindy,
Lucy.
Lucy said to Lucy was saying to Mindy. He cuts in, and then that's when they go to his place.
And it was it like he was having guilt over Lucy because now he's like having flashbacks to what he did to Lucy when he's with
Oh,
Mindy at his place. And it's like almost like it's almost like he was gonna do the same thing to Mindy, but then he couldn't bring himself to do it because he kept
mhm.
having flashes of Lucy, or he's just so mad at Lucy he can't concentrate on anything but Lucy.
Yeah,
It's a weird obsession. So Mindy ends up getting out of there unscathed. She doesn't even know what he was about to do to her.
yeah. Because what happened was that she brought up what Lucy said, and it got him upset, and then
Oh,
they,
that's what happened. Okay, so then it
yeah,
wasn't guilt; it was just anger, probably.
yeah.
um. So then Lucy is now, I guess, yeah, because Matt's out with Vanessa at this point.
Hmm.
Bridget's out with her boyfriend, whose name we really Kirk, whatever.
Yeah.
Um, I guess she's alone at the boarding house. Like, where's
Yeah, because
Michelle? Doesn't
I
Michelle
don't
live
know
there?
what's up with, yeah, I don't know what's up with David, because David was dancing with a woman,
Hmm.
um, and I thought he was dancing with his sister, but then she said, "Oh,
I
go
did
dance with
too.
you."
I was like, wait, Jilly. I was like, that's not Jilly.
Like, it's not Julie. She had the same haircut as Julie.
Yeah, I thought, yeah, that's funny. I thought the same thing. Blobs.
Yeah, I was like, "Who's that?" I'm like, "Oh,
um, So yeah, I guess Lucy's now at this dark roadhouse. I don't know. Did the power go out? That they have
No,
the
dark,
lantern lit? Not roadhouse. I'm sorry, boarding
boarding
house. The
house.
boarding house. I was like, is the power like out? Because there was a lantern lit.
Either the power went out or Brett did something to make the power go out.
Right.
'Cause I wouldn't put it past him.
So now she has her back turned and she's about to go upstairs to her room, and we see like the silhouette of somebody at the front door. And I'm like, okay, this could be like a mislead, a misdirect. Maybe
Could
it's
be Alan Michael.
Alan
That's
Michael
what I
checking
thought.
on her. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. And they're not showing us, and I'm like, oh, this is totally a misdirect because it's going to be like not what we think. But then they do show us.
Mm.
And it's Brett. And he takes the lantern and he's like going up to Lucy's room. And I am so freaked out. I'm like, oh God, he's
Like,
gonna do it again. He's
oh
gonna do it again. She's home
no,
alone. Like,
no.
no. And it really bothers me that she has a back entrance to her bedroom. Like, I'm like, why did
Yeah.
they but I guess it makes sense because like for fire marshal issues, like I guess you would need two exits for it to be legal.
An alternate way, yeah, because I
I don't know
was.
why I'm trying to apply like real world logic but
Yeah, I know. I was.
that's
Yeah, I know. I was looking at houses because, like, I just like to look at houses
Mhm.
online, and
Because
I
that's
know
what
some of them,
we
like
do.
the basement, the basement would have like a door to them, and I'm like, okay, obviously you can't live there because there's a back door there, but like,
Well, well, not to go too off track, but some basement apartments would have like the entrance and then like usually
mhm.
like the stairs to go to the main house. So that's considered, I guess.
Fire escape, yeah,
Yeah, there usually has to be two entrances.
yeah.
For it
Keep
to
in
be
mind,
legal.
he lives in the city. I live in the burbs. So.
Oh, I live in the burbs. I don't live in the city.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. You do live in the burbs. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so anyway, he makes his way to her room, and I'm just like, lock your door. Like, I don't
I
get it.
know, Lucy. Come on,
Why would
girl.
you? Especially as traumatized as she was, I would be locking everything.
I'd be like, I do it. I lock my door every time I leave the house.
I lock my bedroom door now in a house.
Oh yeah, me too.
Just in case like somebody tries to take me in the middle of the night. Like, I don't know. It's actually Greg started me on that and I just went with it and now it's a thing I always have to do. um so he gets into her room and he's like roughing her up and he's like, why are you spreading lies about me? And I'm just like, oh God, no, no, please don't do it again. Please don't do it again. And she like snaps and she's like, yeah, you
Rape me.
yeah. I was gonna do a trigger warning, but yeah, he raped her. And she says it. And she almost seems like manic. Like she's like nervous laughing, like she's just like had a mental break. And he's just like roughing her up and he throws her on the bed. And it was blurry, but I feel like she had a knife in her bed. Was it a knife that they showed?
Yeah.
And I was like, good, that would be me. Because if
Mhm.
I had that knife in my bed, I'd stab him right in the neck and I'd keep stabbing. Like I'd probably go to jail for killing my attacker because I would kill him. Like
They don't have self defense laws in your state.
yeah, I'm sure they would. I'm
I'm
sure
sure they do.
they But if I was Lucy, if in that situation and that knife was there, he'd be cut.
Mhm.
um, but it doesn't get to that point because Alan Michael does show up, I guess, to check on her,
Mhm.
and he like saves the day and he beats the crap out of Brett, throws him
Mhm.
downstairs. Um, and Brett takes this opportunity to go to see Alan Senior to continue his plot to remove Alan Michael from the
Well, I
company.
think that was before because.
No, he saw him after too because he was all
Oh
bruised.
yeah, before and after. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, Well, yeah, the before you're talking about, because we ended on him being like,
Mhm.
you were right to come to me with this.
You're right to come to me.
So he brings Alan something
Mhm.
as proof that Alan Michael is, oh, is a floppy disk. I was like, oh, look at that hard shell floppy disk.
Yo, see, for you kids out there, that's what the save icon is now.
Yeah, yes, it is. We weren't in actual floppy disk mode anymore. Now we were in the hard shell, but still calling it
Mhm.
floppy disk, even though you can't flop.
Nah, it was hard.
The 90s.
I remember the floppy disk. Yeah.
um, Yeah, he's like, "This is the last thing I could grab before you fired me from the company." and he like gives Alan the hard shell floppy disk.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I'm intrigued by that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Eve. Eve's still alive.
Yeah.
Not for long, but she's still like doing research and talking to doctors online and sneak injecting herself with this formula that's not FDA approved, not doing her chemo even though she should be. We saw Lillian. No information on if she actually had her not her mastectomy. Her
Her breast cancer appointment.
yeah, which she said she was going to, but
Her
no,
follow-up appointment.
yeah, no update on that. I did notice last time and this time, Annie's uniform has gone from that traditional nurse with the hat and everything to like a pink polo.
Yeah.
I was like,
I
okay.
noticed that too. I was like, huh.
I was like, she looks like she works at like the beach club on 90210. Like that
Yeah.
looks like the uniform.
Coming soon.
Yeah, subscribe to our Patreon if you want to watch full episodes of 90210 with its original music. But that's getting late. um so yeah, that's pretty much it. She's still like not doing what she's supposed to be doing. She's taking her own path. So bye girl soon.
Taking things
I
out
guess.
on Rick.
Yeah. I'm not interested in the story at all. And it's such a minor like scenes in these episodes that I'm just like I feel like they don't care either. They just kind of
Yeah,
burn
I think it's like weaving towards something.
her death.
Oh no. I'm not talking about Eve. No. I'm talking about Annie.
Oh no, I'm not. Yeah.
It's
We're
weaving towards
That's the
something
last thing we're
with
gonna talk about because
Annie.
that was a lot of fun. But yeah, I think that's it for Eve, right? She's just
Yeah,
injecting
she's
herself.
the cause of her own death, basically, I think.
Um so now we could talk about Josh.
Yes.
Josh
And Riva.
and Reva. So last we left, last time Annie thought that Josh had erectile dysfunction because he's freaking out in bed, but he's just seeing Ghost Reva. We also found out that she found out that he lied about Shane being sick. He left to go to Cross Creek because I don't know if he thinks he'll find Reva there or he'll be able to work out whatever's going on in his head with Reva there. And Annie also like accused Rick
Yeah.
of telling Josh about their past.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to listen. Maybe I wasn't really listening. It sounded like when she was with Rick, she also lied to him, and there was another guy named Jake.
Yeah.
I heard that right?
Yes, I heard that too.
That she maybe I made this up. That she was married to?
I don't know if they were married. That's what I didn't get.
Yeah, I'm not.
Wait,
Maybe
that she was married to Jake or Rick?
to Jake while she was with Rick, or I
She
don't
was
know.
with Rick. Okay.
I could have just
I
added that to
mean,
the drama.
you know what? If that's true, it does make a whole lot of sense with what's going to happen a few years from now towards the end of Cynthia Watrous' run as Annie.
Okay.
I'm not going to spoil it, but I know. And it's epic.
Okay. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, and you shouldn't make the same mistake that you made with me by not telling him about our past or whatever. And I'm just like, he already knows that you guys know each other. Like, it's over. Like, you've moved on clearly. Just tell him. Like, you're not new. People have past relationships.
Yeah.
Like if people can get past their daughters having affairs with their husbands and like marrying them, like I'm referring to Ross Blake and Holly, like this should be nothing. Okay, you had a relationship, it didn't work out, it's over. Who cares?
Yeah, I feel like there's something more with that though.
Yeah, but you need the drama, so I understand.
Yeah, I'm talking about with Rick and Annie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I feel like there's something more with Rick and Annie.
So Josh goes to Cross Creek. He doesn't see Reva there at first, but then she shows herself, Ghost Reva. And this was so much fun.
It was.
Kim Zimmer looked like she was having a blast. She
She
really was, like,
was.
leaning into it. I don't
Yes.
it was so good at one moment, I was like, "Is the actor that plays Josh a good actor, or does Riva just, like, carry him?" Because she was really in it. Very Southern. I know I mentioned this before, but,
Yeah,
like,
I
for
heard
me,
it
it's
too.
very jarring to hear her speak like that because I don't know that Riva. I'm just like, "Yeah." Um, so basically, Ghost Riva wants to have a relationship without the sex because they can't. And she wants him to, like, agree to this. Um,
And then like in the beginning of when she came back in Cross Creek, well, first of all, she hangs up the phone when Josh goes to call Annie, she hangs up the phone.
yeah, and later on when he calls and I don't know who he was talking to. He was checking maybe with Mindy,
Hmm.
and he doesn't say Annie's name, but he's like, "Oh, she did, like, she called or whatever." Like, he says she or her,
Hmm.
and I love that how, like, even though he's not looking at Riva, we're seeing
Hmm.
Ghost Riva react and the way she rolled her eyes because she knew that he was
Hmm.
talking about Annie, like, I loved it. So yeah, she wants to have a relationship.
And then she also mentions when she comes back after she hangs up the phone, in the next episode, she mentions like her like that she wait a minute. I'm gonna say this I'm trying to say this without laughing. There was like a whole childhood thing where I think he talked to some other girl and then she hits him on the head with something.
Yes.
Oh my god. And I think they mentioned that in the past too. So whoever's in the writing team was
Knows the
doing
history.
knows the history, yeah,
Yeah.
of Josh and Reva, because I think they mentioned that in the 80s.
I thought it was cute when she was like, asking for updates on everybody, and she was like, "How's my baby Shane?" And he's like, not a baby anymore. He's like a little human." He's like a
Yeah, because like apparent. So I wouldn't say apparently his birth caused her postpartum psychosis,
Right,
and that's why she drove off the pier in
right.
Florida.
I thought it was funny. Well, I didn't think it was funny, but like he was like, "So you're telling me you didn't drown when you went off that pier in Florida?"
I mean,
And there was a line where she was like, "We'll take care of this," or "we," and he's like, she said, "You're so singularly minded," and she was like, we like God and like the angels and um sorry, I don't know if you could hear it, but we had snow here and there's like snow blowers going on outside right now.
oh yeah, there's like no snow over over here,
it snowed over
nothing.
it snowed overnight here. um but yeah, he mentions Annie. She rolls her eyes. He's like, it's been 5 years. He's like, and for years, I dreamt about you. I missed you so much. And he's like, uh, he says that he wants to move on with Annie, and she's just like, she basically says like, she's not good enough for you. She's not on your level. Like, she's not right for you.
Mhm.
And she's like, stay with me, but we'll not have sex. So yeah, that was great. I actually wouldn't mind if this just kept to being a thing until she actually appears in October. It might get
Mhm.
old. That is 6 months worth of it, so I could see that getting old.
Yeah, it could. I mean, it could be like maybe like a not a story, maybe like a B or C story,
Yeah.
because like it seems like a lot of the show has a good rotation of stories.
Mhm.
Like, I don't even know what the A story would technically be. Maybe Dinah or Lucy. I'm trying to remember, but like,
Um, I would say the A story is probably Lucy right now.
yeah,
Um, the B story would probably be Vanessa, Matt, Dinah. Well, that's kind of an extension of Dinah,
yeah.
and then um, Annie and Joshua
Joshua.
is probably the C or D story.
Mhm.
No, Eve is the D story.
Eve is the D story. And I think that Eve's story is gonna go back up to the A story when I guess for a week, I guess when she dies, I guess, I don't know.
Yeah,
But
it is May, so it is sweeps.
it's May, yeah.
So that'll be a sweeps event, I guess.
Mhm.
Um, did I forget anything that you wanted to mention?
Was there anything that happened? I don't you know what? No, everything is I mean, okay, so Frank and Laney did have a cute moment, but that was it.
And the
Carol thinks that
Oh, we forgot Tangy. She's still in jail.
oh yeah, Tangy, that's right. We forgot about yeah, so she's like the F story.
Yeah. He was he was with Cutter. Cutter said that he, like, was in love with her, but it wasn't reciprocated. I was like, "Why is everybody in love with this girl?
Everybody is in love with Tangy.
What's so special about her?"
What's so special about her? We want Liza. We want Liza.
That was pretty much it.
Liza is definitely a better character than Tangy. I'm sorry.
She's not giving up her source for who took the money. And I'm just like, "Why are we still on this? You got the money back. Can we just rebuild? I'm over this Fifth Street fire. Like, it's been 5 months. Let's
And
move on."
it kind of wraps into like going back to the first story we talk about, which was Dinah. It kind of wraps into that because I think Ross knows that Dinah took the money, so
Right. I
so
like how
because of that, she was released.
Roger called Ross out on, like, he was like, "You were gonna take out a second mortgage to, like, help her out?" And he's like, "How do you know that?" He's like, "She doesn't know that, but I do." And I'm just like, Roger knows everything. We didn't see, Alexandra,
Oh
which
no, I forgot about that.
I love her. She's so funny.
I love Alexandra. We see Fletch and Holly during that whole story. Like if there was something
Yeah.
with a newspaper.
I love Holly, like, the actress. There's just something about her, she just looks so natural and at ease, like,
Mm-hmm.
I love her mannerisms and her presence.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually kinda calming when I see her for some reason, I don't know why.
Yeah, I
I
like
just, like,
her.
really
I
like
like
her.
Maureen Garrett. I
Yeah,
like her
I
a
like her a
lot.
lot. Alright, well, if you don't have anything else to add.
Nope. Oh, and one more thing. I'm sorry. Carol thinks that Nadine still loves Buzz, and that was it. That was just a little thing that was there.
Yeah, which they were a couple, they have kids
Mhm.
together, like, I don't think you ever stop caring
No.
about the father of your kids, it's just
Mhm.
different.
Yeah.
Because obviously if something were to happen to him, your kids would be upset, so but also you just don't stop caring about somebody that you were married to. Like, I feel like
Yeah.
you always have some kind of affection towards them,
Hmm.
even if it ends badly. Um, but alright, on that note, thank you for joining us for another edition of Guiding Light. We'll be back really soon with some more. I feel like things are heating up.
Yeah, they are.
This is a really good week. I enjoyed all 4 episodes.
Hmm.
As always, you can find us on all the socials and on Patreon at Queers and Soaps. And until then, or next time, have a great day. Bye.
Bye.